just in time at EnglishClip.com with my digital friend Ralph MacBook.
Hello everyone. Justin, I'm writing about fast food. Could you help me?
Writing? You've never written anything before.
I know, but I've read a lot, so I can do it, I think.
Okay, what's the problem?
It's starting the paragraph I'm not sure about.
You mean the topic sentence?
Yes, that's the one.
What do you have so far?
Well, how about this? I will tell you about fast food.
No, Ralph. You have the topic, but you need a main point as well. There are two parts in a topic sentence. For example, fast food is bad for your health.
What about this one then? This is about fast food.
No main point. Just tell the reader the topic and what you will say about it. Something like this. Fast food chains are opening restaurants in Russia.
Here I will talk about fast food.
Nope. No good. No main point. Topic and main point. Like this. Fast food is getting healthier.
How about this one then? I will introduce fast food. A topic sentence should introduce, yes?
Ooh, Ralph, please stop. You're hurting me now. Are you listening? Fast food is the topic, right?
Yes.
So, what are you going to say about fast food? The main point. Put that in a sentence with the topic and you're golden. For example, fast food in China is high status. The topic and what you're going to say about it.
So fast food first became popular in the 1950s.
Wonderful!
Fast food is causing health problems for teenagers.
Marvellous! I was beginning to think you had a loose wire.
No, I get it now. Topic and main point. Will you help me write a paragraph?
Okay, if I must.
I'm going to write about how fast food is getting better. So how about this for a topic sentence? Fast food is getting healthier.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't forget that all the sentences that follow must support and explain the topic sentence.
Right. So how about this? Recently, in restaurants such as McDonald's, you can find veggie burgers and salads on the menu.
Let's see. Fast food, health. Excellent, Ralph. A stroke of genius.
Kentucky Fried Chicken changed their name to KFC.
Yeah, no, Ralph. You can't say that. It's not about health.
Okay. Burger King even has special menus for people who have to avoid certain foods for health reasons.
Fast food, health. Yes, very good. Interesting too. I didn't know that.
They list all the ingredients for people to see.
Fast food, health. Great.
Good.
Is that it?
Yes. What?
Well, you can't just leave it there like an airplane stuck in the sky. You have to come down and land. You need a concluding sentence to make sure your readers remember your main point.
Oh, you mean something like this? Things have really changed for the better on the fast food scene.
Yeah, not bad. We're getting there.
Now, when you think of fast food, it does not have to mean bad food.
Spot on, Ralph. Brilliant. Well done.
So, what do you think of this paragraph, Justin?
Well, it has all the right parts. Topic sentence with a main point. All the support sentences are about fast food and health, so they are good. And the concluding sentence reminds us of the main point.
So, you like it?
Yeah, it's good, but it needs a few more supporting sentences. I was just getting interested, and then you stopped. A good writer has to think about his readers. What will they want to know? How can I make this more interesting for them? Can I give them some new information or a new view on the topic?
Okay, I'll work on it. Thanks, Justin.
Anytime, Ralph. I hope this helps you, my dear listeners, to understand how a topic sentence works in a paragraph. For more help with your English, stop by at englishclip.com. It's got to be fun.
Justin, can writing really be fun?
Of course it can.
Look into my eyes and say that again.
Get out of here. This is Just in Time at englishclip.com with my digital friend Ralph MacBook.
Hello, everyone. Justin, I'm writing about fast food. Could you help me?
Writing? You've never written anything before.
I know, but I've read a lot, so I can do it, I think.
Okay, what's the problem?
It's starting the paragraph I'm not sure about.
You mean the topic sentence?
Yes, that's the one.
What do you have so far?
Well, how about this? I will tell you about fast food.
No, Ralph. You have the topic, but you need a main point as well. There are two parts in a topic sentence. For example, fast food is bad for your health.
What about this one then? This is about fast food.
In this lesson, we are talking about paragraph organization. A good paragraph is made of three basic parts: the topic sentence, supporting sentences, and the concluding sentence. The topic sentence introduces a new idea. The supporting sentence tells the reader more about the topic, and the concluding sentence restates the topic and adds a closing remark. To better understand these three basic parts of the paragraph, let's look at a paragraph together. As I read, try to identify the topic sentence, the supporting sentences, and the concluding sentence. On the Northern California coast live some of the tallest and oldest trees in the world. Visitors come each year to see and experience the giant redwoods. Many of these trees are taller than 350 feet, 107 meters. In fact, the tallest tree, named Hyperion, stands at a height of 371.1 feet, 113 meters. Not only are these trees some of the tallest in the world, but they are also some of the oldest. Their age has been estimated at 2,000 to 2,500 years old. Visitors touring the parks in Northern California often view the trees in silence, as they feel their own smallness compared to these ancient giants. Were you able to identify the three parts? The first sentence in the paragraph is the topic sentence. On the Northern California coast live some of the tallest and oldest trees in the world. The concluding sentence is the last sentence. Visitors touring the parks in Northern California often view the trees in silence, as they feel their own smallness compared to these ancient giants. And the sentence between the first and the last are what we call supporting sentences. Now that we have a basic understanding of a paragraph, let's take a closer look at these three parts. The topic sentence usually appears in the first or second sentence, but sometimes it may appear in the middle or at the end of the paragraph. The topic sentence does two things. First, it tells the reader what the new topic is, and then it tells what the writer will say about that topic. We call this explanation of the topic the controlling idea. So we can say a topic sentence is a topic plus a controlling idea. Now let's look at some examples of topic sentences. In each of these sentences, apples is the topic. The controlling idea tells what the writer will say about that topic. In our first sentence, apples are good for health, the writer may give us some reasons why apples are good for health. In the next sentence, apples are exported to Asia, the writer may tell us something about the economics of exporting apples to Asia. In our last sentence, apples are grown in colder climates, the writer may discuss reasons why apples are grown in colder climates. Now listen. If we have a good topic sentence, the paragraph will be easier to write. But if the controlling idea is too general, then the topic sentence will not be clear. Or if the controlling idea has too many details, then the topic sentence will be too hard to develop. Now let's take a look at some more examples. The first one, hiking is a form of exercise, is too general, and the topic is not clear. In the next example, the topic sentence is too detailed. We hiked 10 miles on our 4-day vacation in August last summer. This topic sentence would be hard to develop. The last example is, on our vacation last year, we took an unforgettable hike up Mount Whitney. This topic sentence is effective because it introduces the topic and has a controlling idea that can be supported and developed. It is important to remember that a good topic sentence is not just a fact or some details. The topic and the controlling idea must be clear and say something meaningful about the topic that can be supported and developed in the supporting sentences. The supporting sentences explain the topic, or define what the topic means, or describe the topic, or provide examples to help the reader understand the topic. Let's look at our example paragraph again. The first sentence, of course, is our topic sentence. The next two sentences are descriptive sentences. Visitors come each year to see and experience the giant redwoods, and many of these trees are taller than 350 feet, 107 meters. In the next sentence, the writer does not give us a description. He gives us an example of a giant tree. The sentence reads, in fact, the tallest tree named Hyperion stands at a height of 371.1 feet, 113 meters. Again, in the next two sentences, the writer gives us more description, this time describing the age of the trees. Not only are these trees some of the tallest in the world, but they are also some of the oldest. And their age has been estimated at 2,000 to 2,500 years old. And of course, the last sentence is the concluding sentence. Now remember we said the concluding sentence restates the topic and adds a closing remark? Does the concluding sentence in our paragraph restate the topic sentence? First, let's look at the topic sentence again. On the Northern California coast live some of the tallest and oldest trees in the world. Now let's look at the concluding sentence. Visitors touring the parks in Northern California often view the trees in silence, as they feel their own smallness compared to these ancient giants? I think we can answer yes. The concluding sentence restates the topic sentence. In this lesson, we have been talking about the organization of a paragraph. I hope it has been beneficial to you. You can access online handouts by going to www.ellcenter.org. That's www.ellcenter.org. Until next time, this is Richard Kerrigan, your host on English 101.
Hey, welcome back. So, we've watched two videos that summarized how to write a paragraph and to put other information in that paragraph. Now, how to start a new idea in a paragraph. Okay. New ideas should always start in the new paragraph. Meaning, like for example, you cannot talk about two ideas in the same paragraph. So, that way you will confuse the reader. Like the reader himself wants to understand what are you writing about. So like you confuse him like this. Now when he reads like about an idea here, then another idea. So no, when you want to start a new idea, you start with a new paragraph. So normally I have like a new paragraph for the new idea. If you have an extended idea that spans multiple paragraphs, each new point within the idea should have its own paragraph. Meaning, it's another thing. Now extended idea. Now this idea has like points, has like multiple things, multiple ideas. Like one idea has multiple ideas, okay? So if you have something like that, you start for each idea its own paragraph, okay? Give examples. Now, so some of the examples, let's see like a paragraph that has multiple ideas. So this is an idea for a paragraph that has multiple ideas. So we have first, second, and like first body paragraph, then the last paragraph. That paragraph has multiple ideas. We have it like, and at the end it will give me the conclusion for that idea. Okay. So for each idea, for each extended idea, from that idea, it has its own paragraph here, as we can see in here. Okay. Let's go now. Now, contrasting information or ideas. What means contrasting? Like, separate paragraphs can serve the contrast side of the debate. Meaning, different point of view, different arguments on other different things. Meaning, if you try to separate the paragraphs into 1, 2 paragraphs or 3, so, and each paragraph has its own idea, so the reader will not be confused and will get to know everything that you're talking about. The second thing, actually, it will actually clarify or serves the contrast side in the debate. Like, for example, if it was a debate between, for example, those kind of people and those kind of people, I've read a paragraph before about nature and nurture theory. So The theory of nature and nurture. Nature, for example, is related to natural things, like your characteristics are being inherited from your parents. Nurture, that means you learn them through environment. So we had three actually theories. The first theory, that the people who think that nature is the important factor, the most important factor of like having characteristics, or like your personality traits are relying on your nature, on the inheriting things from your parents. That's the first idea. It was introduced in a paragraph. The second paragraph was about nurture, and he talked about nurture, that the environment is the most important factor that actually will help you to build your personality and build your traits. And the last actually paragraph was talking about the two ideas. Like some other schools, they think that the two, like nature and nurture, both of them actually, they are responsible for reforming your personality and other things. You see, so we have like three paragraphs that are supported with like details and other things. Now, when a reader needs a pause, you have to pause. Break between paragraphs function as a short break, okay, for your reader. Meaning, like between paragraphs, you have like to clarify that part. It's not like a whole thing like what we used to do in the school. No, we need to know how to write a paragraph like that. Adding these in will help your writing more readable, okay? So it will be more readable, and actually you'll create a break in the paragraph becomes too long, or the material is complicated. Now, if the material is complex or complicated, you need to have like pauses and breaks between paragraphs. Don't add lots of information and a lot of information like without like purpose. Now, have this purpose and separate paragraphs and put breaks between paragraphs so the reader like does not like suffer while he or she reading your paragraph. Go next. Now, when you're ending your your introduction or starting your conclusion, so you have to do something. Your introductory and concluding material should always be in a new paragraph. Meaning, as we said before, like in the paragraph we have intro and conclusion. So introduction, like when you try to use a paragraph as an introduction paragraph, like put some ideas, some general ideas about the topic. Then don't forget to have the conclusion paragraph, which is like summarizing the whole ideas that you have like discussed in that thing. Many introductions and conclusions have multiple paragraphs, depending on the content, length, and the writer's purpose. Now, some writers, they write one introduction paragraph, one conclusion paragraph, and they talk about the rest of the topic in the body paragraphs. But some people, they have more than one introduction paragraph or more than one concluding paragraph. If the topic has like lots of details, lots of information, you can do that. It can help you in doing that. Okay? How not to write a paragraph. Now, what's this? Now, if you're not supposed to write a paragraph, or if it was something else, so you have to pay attention to something. A. Paragraph A below is awful. Okay? It has three serious problems. It lacks unity, coherence, and development. Okay? Shoes should be good looking. They should also be durable. A jacket should be good looking and durable too. The most important quality of shoes is comfort. Shoes should be inexpensive too. What's that? Now, all the ideas in this paragraph are not linked. They don't have coherence. They're not united, unified. We said before, to write a good paragraph, your ideas should be unified, coherent, and developed. Very nice. Okay? So, the ideas here, they don't have coherence. Every and each idea are talking about a different thing in a different way. Lacks unity. He didn't unite all of those like as somehow close or something like that. Development, he didn't develop the sentence. He wrote the same sentence every time. This is the idea. That's the kind of paragraph you don't want to. Why? Because this is like not nice. This is not what they want. Okay? B. Okay. Here we have below, it's a little better than the paragraph A, but still a bad paragraph. Why? Because it's unified, that means the sentences has been added, the sentence to the other like has been deleted, but lack coherence and development. An ideal pair of shoes will have 4 qualities. They'll be good looking, they'll be durable, most important, they'll be comfortable, and they will not be expensive. So here in this paragraph, he divided each thing as a sentence. Now he started well and united the whole thing, and united the whole ideas about the paragraph. He's not talking about multiple things, no, he's talking about one thing, which is the shoe. So when he talks about the shoe here, so he said like it has 4 qualities. So pair of shoes will have 4 qualities, and he talked about those qualities in sentence. But he didn't have a coherence or development in the sentence. He didn't link the sentences together like to be one unit. Okay? So C. So let's read C. An ideal pair of shoes would have 4 qualities. First, they'll be good looking. Second, they'll be durable. Third, they'll be not expensive. Fourth, and most important, they'll be comfortable. Why is it bad? Now, it's better. Like we have to agree that it's better than the previous paragraphs. But what's that? Although it's unified and has coherence, the change in the sentence, but it lacks development. Why? The sentences here are not developing. Now, it's like technically you put several sentences in one paragraph, and you didn't like somehow develop them from each other. Now let's see how to do that. Paragraph D here is good. Why? Because it has coherence, it has development, and it has lots of supporting details and other things. Let's see here. An ideal pair of men's shoes would have 4 qualities. First, they'll be good looking. I don't like shoes with pointed toes, okay? High heels or lots of unnecessary decoration. I like a plain brown or black shoes made of good leather. Second, they'll be durable. I don't want a pair of shoes that will wear out in a few months, okay? I expect to last a few years. When I buy shoes, I look for good materials, leather, upper, soles, and heels, and good working shoes. Third, they'll be not expensive, of course. I expect to pay for quality, but I don't think I should need to get a bank loan to buy shoes. I think the kind of shoes I like should cost around $120. Fourth, and most important, they'll be comfortable. I spend a lot of time on my feet. I'm a teacher, and I'm usually standing or pacing around when I'm in the classroom. I also like to walk, and I get most of my regular exercise by walking. And an uncomfortable pair of shoes would make my life miserable. If I could find a pair of shoes with these 4 qualities, I might buy 2 or 3 pairs. Then I wouldn't have to buy shoes again for a long time. You understand now? So the ideas here are following each other. It's unified, talking about shoes, and it's developing. Developing always means like to explain that thing, to talk about it. It's not like about I say they're not good looking. Why? Where are the reasons? You need to have the reasons for the things. Okay? So now we highlight here some things, like take a look on them. We highlighted an ideal pair of men's shoes because what's that? That's the topic sentence, yes. Thesis sentence. Then we have some other supporting sentences. Then we have the conclusion. Now let's talk about them. Sorry. Now, so these are like, that's the topic sentence and that's the conclusion. The conclusion of what I was talking about. These are supporting sentences and are linked. Okay. All of these sentences are very important. Why? First, they'll be good looking. Then I actually talk about this. Second, they'll be durable and talk about this. Third, they'll be not expensive. Do not be expensive. Fourth, and most important, they'll be comfortable. And that's the thing. That's the supporting idea. Now let's go for the exercise. Where should the paragraphs be? Where should the paragraphs be? So how can we answer this question? Where should the paragraphs be? Okay. Now, let's see what. One of the assignments of life in Cape Town was the wreck of ships in Table Bay. When the northwest gales below, the bay was open to the fully ferry of them, and disaster overtook ships at anchor. Again, so the bay was open to the fully ferry of them, and disaster overtook ships at anchor. In 1737, out of 8 homeward bound ships in the bay, 7 were driven ashore, 207 men were drowned on this occasion. On this occasion, and of those who reached on the shore, several had remarkable escapes. One floated ashore on a 6-pounder cannon, which had not come adrift from its wooden carriage, while another held fast to the tail of Chinese pig, and was dragged ashore that way. There were no other towns and not many villages. The villages were laid out on the same sort of plain as Cape Town, often with trees lined streets and water furrows to take the water into the gardens. The houses were made more spread out than in Cape Town, and at least in a winding growing districts were just as good. If education was difficult in Cape Town, it was doubly so on the fairs. Sometimes soldiers in the company's service were lent to farmers as schoolmasters or overseers. They drift from farm to farm, teaching the children all they know of reading, writing, arithmetic, and criticism. Criticism.